So,
So,
you been up to much lately?
how's it going? No, not really, actually. Just,
You know, when people talk about like the
business as usual.
Australia effect, do you think this is what they mean?
Yeah, yeah, that is exactly what they mean. And for people who aren't watching, how have you managed that? Because this is a video episode on Spotify these days.
Yeah, though, I have to hope that the internet of the good hotels of Sydney, Australia allows me to upload it as a video this week. Otherwise, uh,
Oh,
maybe you
let's
can't see
pray.
this. How would you describe it? You're doing audio description.
Okay, yeah, if I was doing alt text of a photo of you right now, it would be a young man sits in front of a blue sofa, I suppose. Bedhead? What is that?
It's a headboard, but one of those
Headboard,
really big
bed,
soft ones where you can kind of bed
bed,
head.
headboard. A sort of undulating headboard in a navy velvet.
Yeah,
What texture is that? Okay, yeah, nice. The man wears a dark navy t-shirt. He has wired earphones in,
of
which are
course.
white,
Of the go be wide
and
earphones, of
he
course.
is sporting a pair of pink, sort of Oakley-esque, but they're not Oakley sunglasses with the Sydney Sixers logo in the bottom left as you're wearing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
I
directions. Good
God, I'm
directions.
good. Um, and on his head sits a KFC FLG bucket hat, which is also Sydney Sixers branded. So for those of you who are not watching, that is pink Wobble branding. And what does FLG stand for?
Finger licking good.
Beeping, let's go. Oh,
Can I take the bucket hat off now? Because my eyes begin to go funny from the sunglasses, and I don't think I can wear the sunglasses without the bucket hat, or the bucket hat without the sunglasses. So I kind of need permission to move this on before my vision starts to get really blurry.
yeah, that's fine. Is that supposed to happen in sunglasses, or do you need to get medical attention?
No, no, it's because they're like
Whoa, new haircut
haircut,
reveal.
haircut,
And
haircut,
what
hair.
did prompt this crisis haircut?
So I got off the plane, and my first
Had
thought
to have the plane at
at
LAX.
SYD, and I was like, oh my God, my head is so hot. Then I go to
Mm,
the CBD, and I'm like, oh my God, my head is so hot.
what's the CBD? What?
Central Business District. It's the
Oh,
I was there
you want
like,
to get an
oh
Australian business haircut?
yeah, of course. I'm gonna discard the bucket hat. It's circling
Yeah.
my oh no. So yeah, no. Hopped off. I was like, I'm boiling. I have a
And
lot of
please,
hair.
could you do the episode with the sunglasses on your head? Please. Oh, yeah. Whoa. You should be on the field.
That's performance mode. I was there and I was thinking that I can probably keep these on actually for the whole app. Fun fact, they offer no UV protection.
Okay, they're just style.
Oh, I've got air conditioning nose and throat where you're like, I've spent so much time in an air
Oh, it's
conditioned environment.
so hard going on holiday to a hot country in the middle of winter.
can see
Poor
you
little Dan.
I can see you're handling it well. So I went in, and this is a crazy story, like this is probably top five haircut
Into the
stories of
barber.
all
Are we in the
time.
barber?
We're
Yeah.
in a barber,
Okay.
barber awesome.
Barber Asm.
Yeah, and I'm there like, hey, just do what you think is best for the conditions.
Whoa.
You gotta
That's
trust.
crazy trust for a new barber.
I think it was a case of like, I don't think I had. Like I was like 12 hours post flight. I was still, my head
Yeah.
was not there. I didn't have the decision making capability to say exactly
Hmm.
what kind of haircut I want. So I was like, just give me something that works. And I'll be honest, I'm happy with it. I'm thrilled with it. I've not seen my ears this much in like 2 years. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen your ears.
I don't think I've had short hair since. summer 2023. They even gave me at the time a
Whoa.
little bit of a fade, which was, I was like, hey, wait, all right. I was walking around different that afternoon, I'll be very honest.
God, you're gonna come back with an accent.
It's quite depressing that I actually have just had a really great time. I'd love to come on here with like a lot of
Hmm.
bits about like, oh, it wasn't, no, it's actually just been perfect.
Well,
Sickening.
I think that pads out today's episode. I can just sit down and relax, sit back and relax is the common phrase.
Yeah,
And I just want you to tell me about your travels. And I'd like to know what you watched on the plane.
yeah.
Like, what was your plane routine? How did you find the travel? Like,
Oh,
if you've
so
got
this is
other,
like
like, if other
a,
people are going to the Ashes,
is
what
this a,
travel tips have you got for them?
is this now C. Blitzky, um, 11 interviews D. Booth 21 travel app?
Yes,
Cool.
because after 26 episodes, I'm finally taking an interest in your life.
This is crazy. It's funny because
I
we
know.
got that one comment the other day, someone being like, "Oh, let Clara talk," and I'm like, "What do you?" Th I think I'm so proud of the edit that comes out that that's the impression that people get.
I mean, if they listen to the full app, they're not wrong.
I'm ready for my first question.
Hey, this has
I'll
been
take it
real
in
fun.
questions. It's up to you to lead the flow of this.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, my first question is, how did you cope with the travel? And for other people going to the Ashes, what would your top piece of advice be re plane transport?
Right. It was a two-flight situation.
From where to where, please? You know I love
London,
a detail.
London to Big Dubs.
To Ibiza, straight to LA, New
Later, New
York,
York,
Vegas
Vegas
to
to
Africa.
Africa, all of it. He just went to Vegas
Yeah.
to Africa.
Yes.
Ibiza, New
Yes.
York,
My
London,
favorite
Vegas,
country, Africa.
Africa.
Yes.
Two flights, Big Dubs, London to Big Dubs,
Whoa. Yes.
Heathrow to
Okay.
Big Dubs. Then
Hmm.
Dubai to Sydney, which was like 13 and a bit hours.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
The first flight
That's
was
an
like
awfully long
seven
time.
hours. Right. So it's the thing of like you to put it in cricket terms, you gotta
Yeah.
pace the chase. You gotta pace
Okay.
yourself. You can go pretty hard, pretty fast. That first flight is a buzz. You're there, like, whoa, whoa. I'm literally only a man who flies on like EasyJet and Ryanair.
Hmm.
The concept of Emirates economy, where you
Yikes.
at least like have like an extra 10 centimeters of personal space, was wild to me.
And a bag.
And a bag and a touch screen in-flight entertainment system that had news headlines at the top telling me that Nye Donald had signed a new deal at Derbyshire, which like of all places to find out the news, come on, that's a pretty good one.
That's actually like stay up to date, I guess.
So
You know, like
you're
fair
going to want to
enough.
know what I had to eat and what I watched
Exactly.
because that's
Yes.
exactly what you're angling for. Yeah, I'll give you entertainment. I'll
Hmm.
give right. I land. I land in my seat. That's called sitting down. Takeoff is smooth. I was it's one of the smoother takeoffs I've had. Like, fair play to the
I
man
like a
in the
big Emirates
cockpit.
plane because you can't feel the turbulence.
Oh, just you wait till I get to flight two. Right. So,
Oh no.
first flight, first thing I do, a guy like me, you got to put on a film immediately to capture that feeling, that
Hmm.
buzz. I watched Twisters because I think on a plane, right, here's my hot take.
Is that about hurricanes?
Yeah,
Your choice of plain film is baffling to me.
it's just Glenn Powell films.
Okay,
Right.
fine. Carry on.
If I may
You may.
continue speaking my truth, I think you have to
Everybody
watch
is
film.
welcome.
I think you have to watch films that you've seen before because
Yeah.
otherwise, those little headphones, even though headphones were all right, and although you're happy, it's not an environment to be processing new information. I want something where, like, I'm not going to be necessarily. It's I don't care about being surprised. I
Hmm.
enjoy a good surprise, but more, I will follow it better, and I will know where I'm going time-wise, temporally, spiritually, emotionally. If I've seen the film already, I've seen that film once, so it's ideal. It's not like I
Okay.
remembered it beat for beat, but I was like, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
But you know
Cool.
what you're
We're
getting.
here. We're here. We're here.
Yeah.
I am. I can tell you specifically. I get an
Hmm.
hour and 10 minutes into it when we get served our first meal of the flight. I opt for a lamb Rogan Josh. It comes with a
Okay.
little potato salad, a bread roll, two Jacob's crackers with a just block of cheddar cheese,
Bag of
a
cheese. Yeah.
congealed sticky toffee pudding packet, which
Mm.
I love sticky toffee pudding, which is why I could not bring myself to eat this because it was like almost a jelly. It was a sticky toffee pudding jelly.
Oh.
Can of Pepsi Max. Right, that's one that's
Hmm.
wild over here. Coke Zero is referred to as Coke no sugar.
That's so pretentious. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot of
But
words
like
when I just want to say Coke Zero. Coke Zero is only two words. Can I get a Coke
that's
no
like
sugar?
basically saying to everybody else that they're fat and irresponsible and like they deserve every health issue that they get from
Well,
drinking
no, I'm
Coke full of sugar.
well, no, because I would say here the norm is just the sugar version of drinks. Like people
Yeah.
here, I'd say just don't think that if they have a Coke Zero, it suddenly makes them a health queen. They just have a generally healthy lifestyle and then have a can of Coke and feel pretty much Coke Zero guilt about it.
I mean, to be fair, a Coke, a full fat Coke does wonders on a bad day.
Oh yeah, no, it was a really good like post-flight like one, I think, where
Yeah.
you need. I'm just getting my camera ready so I can make sure I'm not missing out any flight steps for you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Look,
films did you watch on your
well, then it was time for film
flight?
two after I finished my food and I finished Twisters and I watched Mission Impossible Fallout. Mission Impossible
Hmm.
Fallout from 2018, my favorite Mission Impossible film. I think it's got great action set pieces. I think
Okay.
it's paced really well. He jumps out of a plane pretty near the start just to keep up my thing of things on planes that would make you feel moderately uncomfortable. And then do you
Yeah.
know what they tap me on the shoulder and say? Do you want ice cream? Do I want ice cream? Yeah,
Does
Madagascar
Little Dan
vanilla.
Booth want ice cream?
Shout out to Marty the zebra. Shout out to Alex the lion, King Julian. I don't know what ice cream factories they've got going on in Madagascar, but they are doing a bloody job. I'm there like this can't get any better. Belgian dark chocolate chunk cookie. You'd think I was AJ and Big Justice the way that I'm giving that, you know, chunk chocolate chip cookie, five big booms. It was sublime. It was warm. And like, you have to understand, these are luxuries I've never seen in my life before. So some people will be like, wow, they gave you a microwave cookie on a plane. Good boy. Yeah, they gave me a microwave cookie on a plane. I'm lucky if I get a lukewarm can of Coke Zero on my EasyJet flight to the Canary
Hmm.
Islands. Like, I,
Which you've had to pay for, by the way.
yeah. Then
Yeah.
Um, so that flight kind of goes, and I finish off Mission Impossible. I then watch a what is essentially puff piece episode of television about um, Formula One driver Max Verstappen in his
Okay.
title-winning 2022 car, and they test it against like a few hypercars, and they get an ex-F1 driver to do a lap and compare it to a lap they then get him to do, and essentially like, whoa, he's so fast. This car is so fast. Oh, by the way, here is the new Aston Martin hypercar in case you were interested in it.
As in to buy.
Loosely, yeah, but you know, it wasn't an advert, but it was an advert.
Well, we can look in the podcast bank statements and see if there's enough for an Aston Martin hypercar.
Yeah. And at that point, I'm like, well, these 7 hours flew by. I'm great. I then
Mm.
have a, there's then under 2 hours between that flight and the next one, which means
Oh, that's quite good.
it's chop chop go time when I'm
Yeah.
off the plane. I then go on to the next one, and at first I'm like, this is amazing. There's on the plane live television. So I was watching some Europa League football, I was watching some NFL, and I'm there like, oh, this is great. 13 hours is a very long time, I'll tell you that for free. It started to kick. I didn't sleep on the first
Yeah.
flight because I left at like
Is that
one
what you're
o'clock.
supposed to have done?
No, I'll tell you what the
Oh.
thing was this time. There was no good time to really sleep because, right?
Mm.
First
I'm
flight, I
listening.
left at 1 o'clock UK time.
PM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to fly. I can't sleep my body between the hours of like 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. That would be absurd. But then when I'm in Dubai, it's 2 a.m.
Until from
there.
that yawn, I am capable of sleeping at any time other than nighttime.
It's go and see a doctor, man. My answer to everything you ever say to me is just go and see a medical professional. So I'm then on a plane in Dubai, suddenly it's 2 a.m., but I'm gonna land at 10:30 p.m. So if I sleep on that flight,
Oh,
I'm gonna wake up
you're
and then it's gonna be
absolutely
the middle of the night.
scuppered.
So instead, I
Mm.
just have to stay awake for like over 24 hours, me time. It gets pretty rough. I have a breakfast that
Central Dan time.
Central Dan time. I have a breakfast that I think tasted like plain food more than anything else I ate, and that is a bad taste to get in your mouth. Even when they give you the little like toothpaste pack, I brushed my teeth. I could
Right.
not get the taste of plain food out of my
I
mouth.
about what food? Your
Plain
the Wi-Fi is taking a while to get from Australia to London.
plain food. It tasted like
Plain food.
plain food. That
Right.
smell of plain food you get when they're like cooked breakfast comes out, and it makes me feel
Yeah.
sick. And I had that, and they gave me these cool little like galaxy flutes, which were nice. They were like biscuit-looking things wrapped in
Oh,
galaxy
okay.
chocolate, and that was the best thing I ate on that flight. They gave me a like again microwave little bit of pizza, but unfortunately the taste of it was like really sickly. So I was there like I'm in hell. I go to play Monopoly
Good.
and we're having an absolute banger of a game. And then they
Mm-hmm.
put an announcement on over the PA, which then pauses everything on the screen. It then
Oh.
disconnects you from the game. And I was
No.
pretty delirious at that point. So I try and
No.
sleep for a little bit. Then I watch
Yeah.
About a Boy, which is one of my favorite films.
That's quite sad, no?
I think it's heartfelt. It's really funny.
I've definitely watched it, but I can't remember. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've yawned about four
Yeah,
times in a minute.
young boy with like very depressed mum randomly
Yeah.
becomes friends with Hugh Grant, who hates
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I enjoy it because of all the Hugh Grant films. It's not him going, "You are so beautiful," like bumbling about. He just gets to actually act like a normal human being who,
Yeah.
like, would in that situation be deeply uncomfortable, and it's just so
Yeah.
good. And they're just like that eventually when it feels like we're never gonna land. We land. It's so
Yeah.
turbulent. They kept putting the seatbelt signs back on. We are shaking about.
Oh, that's so unpleasant.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too fresh at this point either. Then you get the whole
Mm.
spiel about customs and like declaring stuff because it's very like they have a lot of stuff that you can't like bring for like
Yes,
biosecurity
they're very
reasons.
safe, aren't they?
And I'm there like I've not slept in a day, suddenly trying to ask myself like, what if I have done something awful? What if I'm going to get
What
stopped?
if I have brought anthrax on the plane?
Yeah, what if I forgot to declare the live cattle that I put in my suitcase?
Oh, the pig in my bag. Was I not supposed to bring that through? I'm
But the
so
great news about
sorry.
this is it then means when I get to Sydney at 10:30 p.m., I can go
Hmm.
to sleep. I'm out like a light.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing. So I sleep the whole
Surely
night.
that fixed you.
Yeah. Well, then the next day I'm like, whoa, I'm good. I look at myself in the mirror
Yeah.
and I'm like, you look like a bum. You need to get a haircut. Like you look like you just look unwashed. Which, to be fair, is just,
Oh,
you get like the plain dirty feeling. I think more than anything else.
yeah.
So I had a really thorough shower. Then I was like, I'm heading to town. Oh, it sickened me. The first thing I did was get coffee, and everyone's always like, "Oh, the coffee here is so good." Like, and it's just annoying because it's like, "Oh, yeah, sure it is." Everyone thinks it was the
Yeah.
best coffee I've ever had. It was a
Whoa,
flat
that's
white.
a big claim.
It was a
And
flat
was
white.
this cafe, sorry, tell me about the coffee and then I will ask my
It was
question.
a flat white from a nice sort of like hole in the wall kind of. It was like a, you know,
Okay.
the indoor shops at Covent Garden where like it's like lots of different
Yes.
units packed really tightly. I got
Hmm.
flat white, and I tried a Butterboy cookie as well.
Whoa.
It
And
was
what does a butter boy cookie taste of, please?
the one I got was white chocolate, salted caramel, and pistachio, and it changed my life. There's a photo of me where I immediately morph into the image of an Australian that morning with my coffee and my hat and my
Whoa. Wow, my jaw has actually been on the floor for the last 10 seconds at the thought of a white chocolate salted caramel and pistachio cookie.
yeah
What's
one
is your hat? Was that pre-owned, pre-Australia?
yeah it's like my
Okay,
one like
okay.
nice weather beaten sun hat. that looks like I'd
Okay,
wear it.
that's very wholesome.
I
I was
just
going
want.
to ask if the cafe was the one from Anyone But You.
Do you want to know something really fun?
Yeah, I do.
And I'm not doxing myself because by the time this episode comes out, I will actually have left Sydney for Brisbane. The cafe at the start when they're pretending to be in Boston
Yeah.
is in Sydney. It is almost diagonally opposite where I am staying across Darling Harbour. So
Whoa, that's
I
so
went I went for a
fun.
walk one
Yeah.
evening to go to Yochi, because like
Oh God.
I'm having
You are just ticking them off.
yeah, but I made sure not to have any of like the fruit or granola nonsense. I had like cookie dough,
Okay.
Oreos,
Yeah.
mini M&Ms. I had the cookies and cream froyo.
Mini M&M. One more
M&M.
time. Mini M&M. Why is that so hard to say? Mini M&Ms.
You're so speech impediment adjacent, and like I'd never really noticed it before.
You just cannot say.
I can say that. Like there are so many words. I think you do you have like a tongue tie or
Is it
something?
rude if it's true?
Do you have a tongue tie or something? Like there are so many things I realize that you try and say, and like you physically can't say it more than like a you don't.
Yeah, it's not a mind to a brain. Oh, Jesus. I was going to say it's not a mind to mouth connectivity issue, but
No.
maybe it is. I'm sat in like the shape of a C, which is
Oh,
apt because that's my name.
yeah.
But let me just that was quite ungainly actually.
Fee fi fo fum looking guy.
Why am I getting compared to a giant in Jack and the Beanstalk right now? What have I
Because
ever done to
the
deserve that?
perspective made you look giant as you move. That's why. Yeah, like that. Fee fi fo fum looking podcast co-host.
Can't wait for whoever's actually got this far through on the video to screenshot that and put it on the internet, and then I'm gonna have to go into hiding.
Right, right. So there I am. I've had my cookie. I've had my flat white.
There
I go
you
to the
are.
largest Lego store in the world,
Whoa.
which is crazy. They had loads of cool stuff there. They have like
Hmm.
Tom and Jerry. Whoa. They're getting up to shenanigans, rest assured. Lunchtime, because that always matters. Like food's always good. Ban
Hmm.
me. Lunch so good. They tried to ban me.
I did enjoy that on the carousel, to be honest. I did enjoy. I looked at it, I scrolled through, and as I got to that post, I went,
So more of an
just
aside now that
exhaled a
I
little
think
bit
is
more.
relevant to a cricketing podcast. But don't worry, we're gonna get really
Yeah.
crickety on every other day but this. Um,
Yeah.
the adverts, man, they're everywhere. I turn on the television and there is a New Balance ad with Pat Cummins. I go into the shops,
Hmm.
there is an Asics ad with Mitch Stark. I was walking down the road on the way to Bondi Beach yesterday on the side of a van for fresh food. Alex Carey. What I did find funny is the Mitchell Stark one is like,
Whoa,
why
they're
this Ashes
everywhere. Get
series,
your bag,
this
people.
Ashes series feel uplifted.
Hmm.
He doesn't make me feel uplifted.
Yeah, but you are so not their target audience.
I did something brave.
Whoa. Was it Southern Brave?
I went up the Sydney Tower Eye. That's brave
You
because
didn't.
I don't like heights.
Whoa, why didn't... Oh, wait, you did show me that. I literally
You
got
know the photo of
a
me
video from
pointing?
you
That's when I
of
sent you a
that.
video and you
Yeah.
reply, and I think this is really important for the context. And we can bleep this out. I'm there like, well, I'm having such a nice time in Australia. Hope you're doing
Yeah.
well. The only words that you say to me are, let me just find it. Let me just find it. Whoa, Australian F-boy haircut. Not how you doing, buddy. Not I hope your flight was good. I hope you traveled safely. I hope you're having a great time. Australian F-boy haircut.
Yeah, just okay, but just for the complete avoidance of doubt for everyone listening, I wished you a safe travel. I
Yeah,
said travel safe, King. You traveled safe. I know you've got to Australia well because you've sent me a selfie video from the top of that tower.
yeah.
At that point, I think your welfare is accounted for. So then obviously I'm going to comment on the most pressing matter, Which actually, to be fair, should have been that you were conquering your fear of heights at the top of the, what was it,
right?
Sydney what tower?
Sydney Tower Eye.
Sydney Tower Eye.
Sydney Tower Eye.
And what is that like? Like what, as in what structurally is that like?
It is a giant kind of CN Tower looking thing
Okay, okay.
where
Yes,
it's,
I'm
I
with
mean,
you.
it's attached to a Westfield. You have to go into the shopping centre, then get a huge lift up the Sydney
Okay.
Tower, and then
Did
there's
your
a,
ears pop?
yeah, because it's like a telecommunications tower looking
Yes.
thing. It might even be one like that.
Like the one in Berlin or
Yeah,
Toronto
CN
or
Tower,
where's that one?
Toronto.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I do a load of touristy stuff. I go
hmm
to the Sydney Opera House. I walk through the
Whoa, the real
Botanic.
Sydney Opera House from anyone but you.
Yeah, I can't believe they made I can't
I
believe they made
know,
the
that's
set from that
crazy.
place a real thing. I walked through the Botanic Gardens. I then kept seeing
hmm
giant birds and two lizards, and at that point, I was there
That's
like,
fun.
this is getting real.
I'm in
Like,
the outback.
I'm, yeah, me in the middle of Sydney thinking, oh man, I can't believe
Yeah.
I'm out. I go to the Opera House, I get pizza, I get yochi, I watch the fireworks in Darling Harbour. I'm really touristing it up.
hmm
I come back to my hotel room, I turn the TV, advert Pat Cummins. I cannot
Yeah.
escape that man. I are we going to talk about the Pat Cummins performative male piece?
Yeah, we have to. We couldn't get through this episode without it. I would say that is the first piece of content I've ever seen that has brought me genuine joy.
How am I meant to battle with a book in my hand? The man asks.
What I just love about that video, right, is that he's actually going for it. There's absolutely no pretense that he's too good for that. And I'm obsessed with it.
I think whenever I see him in these things, there's a certain level of theatre kid in him that I don't necessarily see in that many other cricketers or athletes. Like I think it's a real theatre kid. Like I think he'd have enjoyed
Yeah.
a bit of drama.
That, but also we spoke about this a couple episodes ago, didn't we? Where we were saying that the Australian team just is so much more up for it than any other team, to my personal knowledge.
Yeah, they're really good.
And I love the fact that they just lean into like the silliness of it all because that's like it is silly content. Like making Pat Cummins learn how to be a performative male is so silly,
I just
but
also
it's
like
like so much fun. And I love that they seem to have fun doing it. And if they don't have fun while they're doing it, then they do a pretty good job of pretending like they do,
I'd be so
which
keen
is good enough for me, you know?
I'd be so keen to have seen the ideation session where they came up with that and were like,
Yeah.
what could we get Pat Cummins to do? What could we get Pat Cummins? What if we were like, he needs to like learn how to be a performative male,
Yeah. Like I'm like that's one of those ideas that I'm like I wish I'd had that idea.
right? Like I just wish that I had heard that I'd been in the room where it happened.
The room where it happened, Hamilton.
I mean, the best bit from it isn't actually that bit. It's the second bit where he does the "you ladies all right" catch in front of the camera like that. He just
You ladies, and then he winks.
he's so. After that, I then did go to cricket. This will shock you. I've actually been to
Whoa,
cricket already.
that's crazy. I think I haven't watched any cricket this week.
I
Like
think,
not a scrap. Maybe
yeah,
like a little bit on Instagram Reels, but like that was not my choice. That was served to me algorithmically.
Mm. It's not a super busy
Boycott
time of the year.
cricket.
Like, I can't imagine you've been watching the Abu Dhabi T10. I can't imagine
No,
good.
no, I haven't. I have a couple acquaintances in Nepal,
Yeah?
but don't know how I'm watching that either, to be honest. And
No.
also, I get confused between all of like the cricket at this time of year.
Mm.
Like there are so many franchise teams that I'm
This
like,
is one of those
I
times
just
where
don't know where that is.
there aren't. like none of the like huge hitters, right, are going on right now. So you have so many other
Mm,
ones like Nepal, like the T10, where I just check Instagram and it's like, oh, Jason Roy is playing in the Nepal Premier League. Of course he is.
yeah,
I went to the
yeah.
WBBL, which was a vibe. That's what
I'm
I'd say.
really
So
jealous.
I
That
would
looks
say
so much fun.
something that I really appreciated was the amount of stuff I just got given. Like these giant, because
That's
they're
a
like they're
seriously
fours and
big
sixes,
sign.
but they're for like they're good for like autographs as well. My favorite thing that I got given for free.
Whoa, that was extremely
I
close.
got given a free mini bat,
A
like
free
sixes.
mini bat.
Yeah, which like realistically, certain places would
Whoa.
be charging you a
That'd be
decent.
£14 at an unnamed venue in the UK.
We're not going to be comparing everything. If I were to compare the financial cricketing experience at the WBBL here to unnamed
Yeah.
UK venues, I don't think I'm going to get free sunglasses, a free bucket, a flag, a four and a
No, and
six.
they're
Also,
cool sunglasses as well.
these are really cool. Look, they don't offer UV protection, and guys, it's important if you're out here to stay sun safe.
Yes.
Put on your sun cream. Make sure you wear a pair of sunglasses that you know have a good UV
Hmm.
rating. Wear a hat. Sorry, that's just my advert for the Australian Tourism Board.
Yeah. Can we maybe if I tag, I'll clip this up and I will tag Sydney Sixers, and then hopefully they will fly us out to the next Wobble.
Fly us out, bro. I'm
And
already out here.
yeah, next year. Or they can
Yeah.
find me. I haven't got enough annual leave
I
to go to
love their
Australia,
kit
but
so much.
yeah, well, you know me, you know I love pink and green.
The
Wow.
ground
I'm so
was
100 crowd
so
100
nice.
100 coded. Back to you, Dan, in Australia.
Down
The
under.
ground was so nice.
Ground was beautiful. I had chips on a stick for the first time in my life.
And what was that? Was that just pieces of potato fried?
Like,
Like a
yes,
chip, but it was a
a
slice.
spiralized potato on a skewer that is then fried and then seasoned with all different things you can have. Like, it was so good. And people have been like, "Well, you can bring it up." I'm sure you can, but like, you're not going to get that many unnamed UK cricket grounds.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
No.
Someone commented saying you can get that at Newlands, and look, if we're
Again,
getting an invite to Newlands, my bag is packed. I'm ready to go.
it was super good. What I thought was, so it's a double header I went to. So it was Brisbane Heat,
Hmm.
Adelaide Strikers, Sydney Sixers, Sydney Thunder. The amount of star power that
How
was
does that
there.
work?
So in the morning match, it was Brisbane Heat, Adelaide Strikers. Afternoon match, it was
Oh,
the
that's
Sydney
clever.
Smash.
So they
Like,
have what? So they have two. Oh, what? Why Brisbane Heat and Adelaide Strikers in
just
Sydney?
for a bit nice big day.
Oh,
Which,
fair
yeah,
enough.
you'd probably be like, why aren't they? They've lost the home game there, surely.
Yeah,
But I'll be real, like it was a great
works for
experience.
you.
Works for me.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Okay.
There was a lot of star power going on though. Like
Yeah,
the
I
Sydney
can't believe you
Sixers.
saw Grace Harris in the actual wobble.
Yeah, I've seen Wibble Grace Harris, and she did exactly what I hoped and thought she'd do, which was like hit a couple of good early shots and then
Hmm.
get out playing one too many, which is like how it
Yeah,
should be.
which is as the Harris sisters do.
The Sixers squad felt so comically stacked though. Like they're
Hmm.
reading through it, and you're there, and you've got Elise Perry, you've got Sophia
Yeah.
Dunkley, you've got Elisa Healy, you've got Mealy Kerr. It's
Hmm.
I'm just saying, like,
Keep them coming.
yeah, Ash Gardner. Like it goes and goes.
Yeah.
The entire day was high quality. Rave reviews is what I'm saying. Rave reviews.
Out of 5 stars.
Oh, for me, a 5-star day. I
Whoa.
actually met, hey, and if and when you're listening to this, I met a couple of the people who make this all
Oh
happen.
my God, that's
Which
so exciting.
shout out to Genevieve, regular commenter and engager of the You're On Screen Now podcast.
Much love.
Yeah, met her when I was on the way to get a drink.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Great meeting. Great vibes. High fived. I think that's
You
important.
high-fived in
I think you should
public.
always high five.
Well, first
Yeah,
it was stunned silence at the high five.
yeah,
And then I was going to say, just on the record, if anyone ever comes across me in public, first of all, I'm not a celebrity.
yeah.
Second of all,
Neither am I.
I will absolutely categorically not be high-fiving anyone.
Why would you not high five someone?
Look, I find high fives uncomfortable and like really American.
You fear too much for how you are perceived. I
And
then
while that might be true,
I then met.
I'm so happy to greet in a normal way, like a handshake or
Well, I
like a
went for
wave.
handshake at the start, and then we parted with a high five.
Whoa, that is so cordial of you.
Yeah, you gotta be friendly. Then
Yeah, well, I'm not, am I?
I met a young man called Lachlan who
Of course you did.
I was gonna say, yeah, if I went
A
to
Lachlan in
Australia, a
Australia.
Lachlan in Australia,
No
what?
way.
Sporting, he was a big Sydney Thunder fan, which like
Okay,
I
rival.
enjoy when you're I enjoy when T20 cricket gets people supporting the proverbial away team, even
Yes.
though obviously they're both Sydney teams. That's something I'd
Hmm.
love to think hear about. Like, because obviously I'm well aware of if you're from London, the general
Yes.
push and pulls of people who support Middlesex, people who support Surrey. I'd love to hear more about generally within Sydney. What is it that
Hmm.
makes you a Sixers fan or a Thunder fan?
Yeah. Is it based on, oh my God, do you know what Sydney Thunder, Sydney Sixers is?
Wicked,
Yes. Bingo. It's Alpha Bar.
wicked.
Alpha Bar?
Elf Bar,
Alpha Bar.
Elf Bar. That's a collab waiting to happen. God, get me on a promo team. The Elf Bar.
Alpha Bar and Glinda.
Yeah,
Glinda.
Gerlinda and Elphaba or Glinda and Elfbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were having this conversation the other day about which wicked character we would be, and I got Galinda, which I just don't think is a good thing.
What are you giving to me?
Um, you could have Fiero, but when he's turned into a straw man.
Yeah, I'll take. Yeah, yeah. I feel
Yeah, I
pretty
think that's
straw
fine.
man.
Yeah.
Scary. I am the straw man. I am the logical fallacy.
Um, but yeah, sorry, back to Sydney Thunder, Sydney Sixers. I just think that is so wicked
It was pretty
coded.
wicked. I then went to the SCG for a tour yesterday.
Whoa, you've actually packed it all in.
It was stunning. It was
Yeah.
genuinely. I got to sit in the away dressing room and the home dressing room. And in the away dressing room, I
Whoa.
sat next to the seat of the person who was told
Hmm.
that's where Virat Kohli always sits. So I kind of looked at it and was like trying to feel the aura.
Wow. Did you feel the vibes? Did you feel his
Do you know
presence?
when I did feel vibes? We then went into the home one and I sat
Hmm.
down and the guy was like, Steve Smith always sits there. To which I was like, it's in the corner and it's by itself. So when he causes a massive mess with his 20 million bags and bats,
I see.
that's why. I left
Interesting.
a note there, obviously, like for the Ashes test, kind of telling him
Yeah.
and like confuse him. So if he doesn't play well in that one, assume that the note was cryptic.
Steve, this is you from the future.
Yeah, I feel like that could get him. I feel like
Yeah.
that could get him. If he plays well,
Hmm.
we'll assume that I left him a note of goodwill.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
go
I just
get
think
some
for
runs,
legal
buddy.
reasons, you haven't been involved in any match fixing.
No, no match fixing. No match fixing. No phones in the dressing room.
No, exactly.
They have
No
little
notes from
boxes
strange
outside.
English boys.
Yeah, it was so cool. And I think one of life's great mysteries attached to the Sydney
Hmm.
Cricket Ground is in critical rom-com hit from 2023, Anyone But You.
Yes.
During the
I
end
am
credits
familiar.
scene where they're all
Hmm.
singing along to Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, there is a shot of Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney dancing on the outfield of the Sydney Cricket Ground. But every other scene from the end credits bit is from a location from within the film. And I think that's the only one where I'm like, but there's no point of the film where they're at the SCG. So I want to know,
Interesting.
what were they doing there? Why did they film there? And if they filmed there,
Yeah.
what got cut from the film proper? Because
Yeah. Do you
I would
reckon there's an
assume
extended
I
scene?
would assume happened is they did film something there, but it just like
Yeah.
didn't make the edit. But I want to know what they were doing in
Okay,
the
we need
film
to
at the
do some
SCG.
internet digging and find that out.
It was
I
great.
reckon, right, 6 degrees of separation, there is a way that we know Glenn Powell.
I hope so.
Like, there must be.
Yeah.
And we can take all the time we need to figure that out. But I would, yeah, I am so convinced. If 6 degrees of separation is true, we can figure out a way to get to Glen Powell and find out if there was deleted scenes from Anyone But You filmed at the Sydney Cricket Ground. It's imperative that we see it.
I for real think he'd love this podcast. We can bring
He
him on.
would. He would. Glen Powell would love this podcast.
He'd love
Hi, Glenn.
T20 cricket.
Yeah, he
Like,
looks like he would enjoy
he'd have a
T20
great
cricket.
time at the Oval on a Thursday night. That is a man who
Yeah.
could enjoy the Oval on a Thursday night.
He is like, if he wasn't Glen Powell, he would be a West London Yo Pro,
Yeah.
and that's all. I
That's
can
my
tell that you're playing as you keep getting
I
reflection on your
cannot hear a
face.
word.
Oh no.
What did you say? You can tell.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. That just froze. You said I
Oh,
can
okay.
tell
Oh,
your
okay. Okay. I said I can tell you're playing with your sunglasses because you keep getting reflection flash on your face.
so far the
Good to
trip
know
has
I'm
been
completely boring.
adequately crickety and adequately fun. Those two things are not, ever mutually exclusive, I must add.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
What have you been up to?
Um, Not a whole heap. I went to Covent Garden at the weekend. It's all Christmassy.
Yeah?
And look, if you've got a bucket hat, I've got a hat I want to show you, but I'm gonna have to get up. So one sec. Staring. Oh God,
Dom,
that's gone all sorts of wrong.
dom, dom.
Oh, you will not be the most tanned person on this podcast this week.
No, I'm being sun safe.
Well, that's good of you. Right, well now I can't recreate my perfect angle. Anyway, right, but I need to go hands free somehow. That can just rest there. So obviously you've got your KFC bucket hat, and I'm in London where it's cold.
Landon.
But this was actually inspired by an Australian influencer,
Which one?
Olivia May.
Right. There are a lot of them.
Yeah, that's fine. And look, the effect isn't quite there because the background is white.
You look like you're in the East 17 Stay Another Day music video.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up for full
The
clarification.
fact that you don't know
Um,
that off the top of your head is a disgrace.
you know I'm not very cultured in things that I should know.
Stay there, baby, if you got to go away. I'm gonna get a photo, I'm gonna send it into the Zoom chat,
Okay.
and you're gonna immediately say, yeah, that is me.
Okay.
Literally me.
And which one in those out of that group would I be?
Oh, great question. Top right.
Top. Yeah, that was the only correct answer. I wish you could see it, like the contrast better. There you go. God, my bicep in this shirt.
You
Whoa.
get gun show, gun show. Ooh,
I'm actually bulging out of that shirt.
you are. How much
Anyway,
creatine are you consuming?
actually none. This is all wow. Anyway, don't worry about
Stop
me.
flexing.
I look, but I am really happy with this hat purchase.
It's a nice hat.
Thanks. And it's warm and cozy. And yeah, I think maybe that's all I've got for you, re
Hey, it's okay because you
me.
know what's back on Thursday? The
Go on.
Ashes.
Not another one.
I don't think it's really sunk in yet that that is like legit what I'm going to. Like, oh,
Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm filled with trepidation.
I
Like
think
it,
maybe put your KFC bucket hat on and we can have a conversation about the Ashes.
that's a great sentence.
And I will keep mine on. Right. Let's talk Brisbane.
Brisbane. Let's talk
Are
Brisbane.
you excited
Why do I
for
look 10 years old right now?
you actually do? You just do.
Everyone's just been like, well, you look like you've de-aged.
Yeah.
I do.
And you have. You
Short
have.
hair, I think, just makes me look more youthful.
Yeah. There's your glow up tip. Dan's glow up tip 2026 is to cut your hair off, you unwashed person.
It was quite nice having a severe haircut in a non like Menti B way.
Yeah, is that refreshing?
Yeah. It's the first proper haircut change I've had in 2 years, so
That's a big change. Are you feeling okay?
feel great. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll probably keep it up. I have to get regular haircuts.
Yeah, but that's nice. It's nice to have a little bit of a pamper.
But donk.
Hopefully, next when we record this time next week, I will too have been to the hairdresser and my hair will be exactly the same as it always is, just a little bit blonder
Keep
and a
that
little
hair
bit shorter.
blonde.
Yeah, make hair blonde again. Oh, actually, that's
No, no, I'm
probably a
gonna
bit too
leave
on the
that in. I'm
nose.
gonna leave that in, and you have to sit with the fact that you've said that.
Make my hair blonde again, specifically.
I think the fact going to a pink ball test feels nuts because that just doesn't seem like
Yeah,
something that's actually real to the English brain.
that's exciting though,
It's
surely.
so exciting.
This is your first ever time in Australia watching cricket in Australia, correct?
First ever time in Australia.
Aww.
I've had a
Aww, that is
splendid
so
time.
cute. In a non-patronizing way.
No, it's been really fun and I've had a great time and this place is great. I always think it's actually important when you go to
Yeah,
places not to like jokingly rag on them because it's actually like, kind of mean to do
yeah.
that. Lovely country,
Yeah,
lovely
it
place.
is a bit. I would like to know, seeing as you're now in Australia, I'd like your top three things you like the most about Australia.
Redacted. Uh, what I don't know why there's not even a joke here.
Why
Like,
have you gone shy, weirdo?
because I actually am trying to think of like, obviously the weather, but not like as in, oh, because it's so sunny.
Hmm.
I love the fact that you can like do outdoor things before and after the actual peak of the sun, and you don't feel like it suddenly becomes
Yeah.
cold. That is, I love
Hmm.
being able to just wear shorts all the time. That's a real luxury for me.
Get your knees
Yeah,
out.
get a knees out. They have to be quite short shorts here as well. Like,
Whoa.
can't be wearing those ones that kind of come to your knee. Like, who are you, Puritan? I love about what I've loved about Sydney in particular.
Hmm.
Oh God, my nose just exploded.
Are you getting emotional talking about Sydney?
No. What I've loved about Sydney in particular as well is the kind of
Sydney.
cancelled, cancelled.
I'm just waiting. The time it took for that to get from London to Australia. Ridiculous.
I'm so intrigued as how this comes out in the edit because this might be a nightmare.
Yeah, good luck editing all the gaps.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity of scenery, right? Sometimes you'll be somewhere and it'll be like, whoa, I'm
Hmm.
surrounded by huge buildings. Then you'll walk through a bit and it's super leafy. And what I would say is at no point does it ever feel like you're kind of like in the in between. Like sometimes when you're in a city, you will be wondering something about, I'm actually in the middle of nowhere right now. There's nothing. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to see or do. I feel I've had a really
Yeah.
great experience here where I feel like I'm just moving constantly from one place to the next. And like you have your big hitters of touristy places, obviously. But I think there's just a great deal to be enjoyed in the spaces and time in between.
Hmm.
Third thing, what am I going to say is the third thing that I've enjoyed the most? Uh,
Coffee or yochi?
I was going to say food and drink. Food and drink is so good. I think the general quality of stuff feels really high. Like, I think the real joy of this is like, true joy in life is trying random fast food things that you just don't have back home. Shout out to Betty's Burgers.
Yeah.
That's always good.
I've never heard of that, to be so real with you.
Yochi is incredible as well. Not to be like man goes to Australia and says coffee and Yochi is great. But coffee's great, Yochi is great. I'm converted. That's kind of the problem here is I'm becoming a real like,
Yeah.
oh, like it's so good.
You are going to have to come back, otherwise, this podcast is in a bit of a precarious position.
I will be back. I will be back. I'm coming back this day
I'll
next
be
week.
back.
I think this time next week I'm basically on a
God, that's
plane.
a tight turnaround trip.
Yeah,
Well, that's very exciting.
that's all,
And by
folks.
that, I mean Brisbane. But it's
Brizzy.
but my cousins live in Brisbane. Maybe you could go and say hello to them for me.
Yeah, would they like that? Would they be confused?
Yeah, they would have absolutely no idea who you were.
That's a
But I think
shame.
that makes it better.
Maybe
Yeah,
they're enjoyers of my work independently.
maybe. To be fair, I've never heard them speak about cricket ever.
No,
So I'm not sure, but maybe we can convert them.
but hey, my
But
internet is
hey,
crashing, so I think that's going to have to be me from here.
I think that's fine. Um, well, the next time I speak to you, you will have been to the Ashes at Brisbane.
I will.
How
We can
exciting is that?
unpack all that comes with that.
Well, thanks everyone for listening, and don't forget to rate us 5 great shiny stars. Please and thank you so much.
Catch you next week. What?
Bye.
Bye.